Alright, so now we're into chapter 2.5. First part of the chapter is going to deal with problems like this. Second part is going to be problems like this. These two problems are really similar though. This is a little bit more in math terms. This would be more real life problems that we probably deal with every day, right? It's a little bit of a joke. Okay, so the first one. The quotient of a number in 8 is 13. What is that number? A quotient means what? Divide. So the quotient of a number. Do we know what that number is? No. So let's give it a variable. Okay. So let's call the number n for number. Now the quotient of a number, so that means we're taking that number and dividing it. Okay. The quotient of a number and 8. So in other words, we take that number, we divide it by 8. And the result of doing that operation, that should be an is 13. Okay? So, what is that number? So now we're going to take things the extra step that we didn't do before, and we're going to solve for this. So we solve for n. Since we're dividing by 8, we are going to, you guessed it, multiply by 8. Since we do it to one side of the equation, we have to do it to the other to maintain that balance. So now we have n equals 13 times 8 would be 104. Okay. Now for the second problem, which is more like part B, we have to decipher a little bit more. It says for each camp counselor, there are 8 children. If there are 96 children, how many camp counselors are there? Okay. So what they're saying is that for each one counselor, there are 12 kids, or 8 kids, sorry. So that would be that if there are 2 counselors, there could be 16 kids. If there are 3 counselors, 24 kids. So in other words, we can take that number of kids, multiply it by C, the number of counselors. Okay? And that will give us the number of kids that we can have. Now we say if there are 96 children, so we're going to have this set equal to 96. So how many counselors is going to give us that 96 right there? So we simply divide both sides. Since we're multiplying by 8, we divide both sides by 8. So the number of counselors equals 96 divided by 8 is 12. So you are going to have 12, and in this case, there would be a unit on that, and the unit would be counselors.